subjects.
A Spalding County father of 5 is heading to Mexico for an experimental MS treatment.
Mark Rosenthal will undergo high-dose chemotherapy and then a stem cell transplant. It's a promising treatment that comes with a serious price tag. The Fox Medical Team's Beth Galvin joins us now with his story. Beth?
And Tom and Sine, this treatment is not available right now here in the U.S., but it is in clinical trials. It's designed to reboot a patient's immune system to make it stop attacking the brain and spinal cord. And it's expensive, it's risky, but Mark Rosenthal believes it's his best chance at stopping MS. It's a major gamble. Griffin, father of 5, Mark Rosenthal is banking everything on an experimental MS treatment thousands of miles away in Mexico. And if you're skeptical, so were they.
Especially my wife, she was, this sounds crazy.
So why do this? Diagnosed with multiple sclerosis 4 years ago, Rosenthal says his immune system is gradually attacking and destroying the protective lining around the nerves in his brain and spinal cord. He now walks with a cane and needs a chair for distances.
It's changed my life a lot because everything, I used to love to be outside in the sun doing activities, and I had to quit doing all those things.
But last summer, Rosenthal met Erica Grant, a 53-year-old Butts County MS patient who just come back from a stem cell transplant in Russia.
Before I went, I had uncontrollable shaking in my hands.
5 years earlier, Grant's MS had relapsed, returning with a vengeance.
I was one step away from a wheelchair.
Today, Grant's walking on a treadmill just months after going to treatment known as HSCT, or hematopoietic stem cell transplant. It's a procedure still in clinical trials here in the U.S., but available for a price abroad.
So I applied to 7 countries and that were doing this procedure, and Russia accepted me.
Last June, Grant's stem cells were collected, and then she was given a high-dose chemotherapy to wipe out her malfunctioning immune system. Then her same stem cells were reinfused back into her body. And at first, as her doctor warned, nothing.
I kept saying to my husband, it didn't work,
But 6 months out, Grant had an MRI.
No new lesions, no progression. It has been stopped.
Shepherd Center neurologist Dr. Ben Thrower agrees that HSCT may be a good tool down the road, especially for patients with early-stage aggressive MS.
The devil's really in the details, though. So how do we do that? How do we wipe out the existing immune system? Can we do it safely? Are there long-term side effects from doing that?
Thrower says if you want this treatment, go with a clinical trial where patients are carefully selected and monitored. Because a stem cell transplant, he says, may not help people with long-term, well-established MS. Mark Rosenthal believes this is his best shot, worth every penny of the $60,000 they've raised because of patients like Erica.
I've got to see a couple of them that were in wheelchairs, and now they walk or run.
And he's hoping this gamble will pay off. And the MS Society says stem cell therapies are promising, but right now there are no approved stem cell therapies for MS. And even in a controlled setting like a clinical trial, the MS Society says there can be substantial risks. Northwestern University right now is heading up an international trial of HSCT, and Mark Rosenthal says right now he doesn't have a lot of time to wait until his disease runs its course, so he is leaving for Mexico this weekend. Tom and Sine.
Well, we wish him safe travels.
Absolutely.
And that the procedure is successful for him, and hope you can keep us posted on his
We will. We'll be updating it as we
wish
know.
Mark well.
Yeah.
Thank you, Beth.
Thanks, Beth.